What's up, family? All right, if it's your first time on Willie D Live at the family meeting, let me tell you how it go. What you do, you let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Also, somebody let me know if you guys can hear me well. Let me know if my mic sounds good. Let me know if my mic sounds nice. My mic sounds nice. Check one. Who did it? Are you? That's Salt and Pepper. See, some of y'all don't know y'all history. Mic sounds nice. Make sure my mic sounds nice. Let me know if the mic sounds nice. Loud and clear. Nice. Thank you, Rainy J. So, okay, so the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna give out some shout outs first. And the shout outs is basically so that I can acknowledge y'all, let y'all know that I'm feeling you, let you know that I appreciate you, and let everybody else know out there that, that you represent. You dig what I'm saying? And here we go. Waco, Anthony Lewis is in the building. Seattle, Washington up in here. Alicia, what's up, Alicia? Charlotte, North Carolina, Hassan Malik, what's up, Hassan? Newport, Tennessee, Netzo, what up, Netzo? London up in the building. What's up, London? The UK in the house. Uncle Pizzle. Richmond, Virginia up in here. I see Dallas, Texas. Sharon Brown, what's up, Sharon? Darryl Reese up in here. Mary Ford, King 7, Richmond. VA up in the building. Who was that? Kevin Lucas. What up, Kev? Manila. Africa up in the building. Marie Ford, good evening, Detroit. What's up, Sacramento? Chi-Town, Darryl Reese checking in. Sharon Brown, what's up, Chirac? Compton in the house. G-Rock, what up, G-Rock? What's up, Vinnie Barkley? Dangerfield, Tennessee. Charles Moore, checking in from Arizona. What's up, Charles? Frostproof, Florida. Never heard of that. To look that up, Frostproof, Florida. Oh, what is that, like just a nickname or something? LCI, still standing. Memphis, Tennessee, Clifford Jackson. What up, Cliff? Brandon McCullough, Lubbock back in the building. Jermaine Givens, Compton in here. What Compton representing tonight? Alabama up in here, Leroy Green. Kevin Lane, Cleveland, Ohio. John Smith, southwest side of Houston. Uncle Pizzo. Don's, Virginia. Hampton, Virginia. What's up, Hamp? What's up, West Los Angeles? James Hudson. Earth Angel. Grand Rising. Chi-Town up in here deep tonight. Y'all want no mess, man. Nolan McClure. What's up, Nolan? There go Baltimore. Baltimore in the building. You got to say Baltimore when you know something. You got to know something about Baltimore if you pronounce it Baltimore. Yeah, but normally people from Baltimore pronounce it Baltimore. What's up, Kenneth? I see you, Kenneth Cole. New York City checking in. What's up, Rhonda Williams? What's up, Nico Boop? Dallas, Texas in the building. Jermaine. What's up, Jermaine Douglas? Charlotte, North Carolina. New York City, Rhonda Williams. What's up, Rhonda? What's up? I'm gonna come back to the shout outs. Right now, I want to get into John Singleton. Oh man, we took a big blow today, y'all. John Singleton made a huge impact on the film industry, but he also made a huge impact on the Black community and the world at large, because John Singleton, through his lens, he showed America what the Black community looks like, not just the bad side, but he showed the good side also. And he showed everything in between. He was a compassionate filmmaker. He was the type of dude that was proud to see his people that came after him succeed. You know, it was said that he liked the idea of people breaking his records, you know, Black filmmakers breaking his records, because he understood that that meant progress. And that's what John Singleton was all about. I had the benefit of meeting him just about, I think the first time I met John was at his house back in 91, I want to say, when Boyz-N-The-Hood first came out. I went to his house. That's also when I first met Cuba Jr. and the other guys that was in the film. Me and Cube knew each other before that. But John was always a cool, laid-back dude. Never any issues, no, always at peace, you know, like serious, but always never any drama, you know, like I've never heard about any scandals and stuff like that with John Singleton. If it is anything out there, it was a blur, you know, it was like, and that was, you know, it was like a little bleep and that was it. But this dude, I met in 1991 at his house. It was actually, was it a rap party? I can't remember if it was a rap party for Boyz-N-The-Hood or not, but I just know that that's where I met him first. And then the last time that I saw him was about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. I saw him, he was having a party, celebrating his birthday. And so, yeah, that would have been, yeah, so a year ago. Yeah. So that would have been January of 2018. Yeah, so like I was saying, about a good year and a half ago or so. So yeah, that was the last time I saw him, and you know, he was in good spirits. It was, the party was packed, a nice crowd, good environment, good energy. And that was the last time I saw him. So I was surprised when I heard about his death, of course, but I wasn't shocked, because he did not look well when I saw him then. So how did we get here? So following a series of conflicting updates, John Singleton died today at 51 years old. He was a celebrated figure in the history of Black cinema. Perhaps most famous for his debut film, the 1991 classic Boyz-N-The-Hood. In his later years, he shifted his focus to TV, creating the FX series of Snowfall and directing episodes of Rebel Empire and American Crime Story. His family said, "We want to thank the amazing doctors at Cedars-Sinai Hospital for their expert care and kindness. And we again want to thank all of John's fans, friends, and colleagues for all of their love, support they've shown him during this difficult time." The family said this in a statement via Deadline. John suffered a stroke earlier in April and was later placed on life support. His mother submitted an application to secure temporary conservatorship over her son's health and finances, although his daughter, Cleopatra Singleton, later refuted the claims. Cleopatra said that he was progressing every day and was expected to be out. Now, that's what I heard. And I was kind of like holding out hope when I heard that she said that. But apparently that was not true. That was not the case. John Singleton was in bad shape. And so he didn't make it. There was talks about John Singleton being in a coma and all of these type of things. There was just a lot of conflicting stories about him, which is pretty normal when you have somebody that's a public figure and everybody's trying to race to get the news out and be the first one to say, I have the most recent update about what's going on with this person. So I kind of get that. But to be honest, I did not know that John Singleton had his hands in so many different projects throughout the years. I want to just go over some of these projects that he produced, wrote, executive produced, or directed, or all of the above. So we all know about Boyz-N-The-Hood. But how many people knew that John Singleton produced Poetic Justice, Higher Learning? He was executive producer of Woo. He produced Shaft, Baby Boy, Time Out, Hustle and Flow, Black Snake Moan, Illegal Tender, The Making of Illegal Tender. Through a Lens Darkly, Black Photographers and the Emergence of a People. He was the executive producer of that documentary. He also produced Independent Lens, L.A. Burn, The Rise 25 Years Later, Rebel, he was executive producer of, and his latest project, Snowfall, which again, I didn't know about that because I don't watch a lot of television at all. So I didn't even know that that was a thing. Apparently it's been renewed for a third season. So John has been busy taking care of business. So what say you? I want to know what you guys, what's your favorite film from John Singleton? And why, if you can answer that also? I would be very interested to know that. It's no secret that mine is Boyz-N-The-Hood. Although Baby Boy comes a close second. That Baby Boy got some memorable parts. I think that was a very good film. But I really liked Boyz-N-The-Hood. So what are y'all saying over here? Angela Barn here from Philly in the building. I'm just looking at John Singleton. Also, John Singleton was very, very young when he struck out. Struck out meaning that, he got out there and, handled his business. That's what I mean by struck out. He went out there and took care of business early. I think John was like, what was he, like 26 or something like that? Like right after he graduated from film school, he walked right into Boyz-N-The-Hood. That's fast. So he was like 26 years old with a feature film. His first film that he ever made. His first film was a feature, and a big feature, a critically acclaimed feature. Let me see, what was he? Let me get the exact age here. Because John Singleton, I mean, a young man, he died at 51 years old. So for the film Boyz-N-The-Hood, he was nominated for an Academy Award, becoming the first African-American and youngest person to have ever been nominated for the award at age 24 years. 24! So he was a native of South Los Angeles, everybody knows that. And many of his early films, such as Poetic Justice, Higher Learning, and Baby Boy, considered the implications of inner city violence. Some of his other films include dramas such as Rosewood. I didn't know that. In addition to action films such as Shaft, Too Fast, Too Furious, I didn't know about that one, and Four Brothers. He later co-created the crime drama Snowfall. So, yeah, John Singleton was a serious player in Hollywood. Didn't hear his name a lot lately. I think like in the last several years, you just did not hear his name being mentioned. So I think he probably got overlooked by a lot of people, but nevertheless, he kept working. He kept doing his thing. And that's a good lesson for people out there who may have had some success and haven't heard their name called in a while. You know, keep working. Keep working. If you're doing good work, sooner or later, the people will come back around, they'll find you. Just like they're finding John Singleton, because that Snowfall series, I understand, is pretty good. People like it. Anthony Browman, Mississippi in the building. What's up, Georgia, right? Brick City in the house. Funky Town, what up, Mr. Truckee? Mr. Truckee? John Smith, southwest side of H-Town. Okay, Doogie54 says, Snowfall is very good. Talks about how cocaine came from CIA and how it affected the hood. Real talk. It takes guts to produce something like that. Well, you know how powerful the CIA is. You know they don't want their business out there like that. John put that business out there like that. You know they ain't like that. Gotta watch your back when these type of situations, man. Anytime you're exposing the government, you gotta watch your back. I don't care if it is television or in a record. You're exposing yourself. I am HTP. Boyz-N-The-Hood was a moving coming of age film that painted a vivid picture of South Central LA, illustrated while conveying strong morals about choices in manhood. Amazing John put that out at 23. Damn, somebody amazing, absolutely amazing. Wrote it and directed it. He had his pulse on the community. He knew what was going on. He was very much in tune to the people. And that's why he was so involved. I mean, he remained involved, and he took a special interest in people. That's what that's what keeps coming back. And now when I really think about his films and I go back and I think about the kind of films he made, all of his films, well, not all of them, but most of his films involved like life in the hood and some type of life lesson. It wasn't just, oh, we're gonna shoot them up, bang, bang, or we're gonna just have some sex, or we're gonna just curse or whatever. It was always a message in there. So that's why his films resonated with people so much, and that's why they're going to be around for a long time. See, when you got that substance, man, you can stick around. What's up, Timmyus? Timmyus Hines, what's up? Appreciate you, Timmyus. Timmyus jumped in that super chat. That's what you do. If you want to skip the line, YouTube got that super chat on here. You hit that super chat, skip the line. That way you're guaranteed to get your message heard. I definitely see it. The author, Trado Fisher. Trado Fisher. Say, I'm glad you're giving us free game. For sure. For sure. So Doogie54 just echoed my sentiment. He says, it's always a message in his films. Rosewood was the best. Yeah, Rosewood, man. Yeah, that Rosewood was deep. Yeah. Yeah, that Rosewood with that Samuel Sam Jack, that part when they killed his daughter. I mean, they raped the daughter. Had to get him. I didn't know that he made Rosewood. No, is that that's not Rosewood. No, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking Time to Kill. That's what I'm thinking of. Different movie. Okay. This is Sam Jack, Don Cheadle. Okay. All right, memories coming back. I think I'm gonna check that out tonight. Vin Rames, right. Yeah. Yeah, Rosewood is when they killed the grandma from Good Times. Yeah. Yeah, see, I watched that movie, but it's just been a long time, and I couldn't pinpoint the scenes. Yeah, they killed Esther Road. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show clips of his work on here because that would be a copyright infringement, and I don't know who owns what, and they'd be coming at me from all types of angles and giving me all kind of strikes and stuff. So I can't show any of his film on here. But you know, I'm sure if y'all can see some clips if y'all just Google anything. Yeah, Poetic Justice was good. Chris says Poetic Justice was the best movie. Yeah, Poetic Justice was good. Tupac and Janet. Who was that? Tupac, Janet. Who else was that? Was that Regina King? I remember the comedian Tory. Was it Guy Tory? Yeah, Guy Tory. think it was, let's see, who was that? Let's see, Poetic Justice. Poetic Justice. Well, they got a picture of Janet Jackson on Poetic Justice on the cover of Poetic Justice, but not Tupac. Yeah, Regina King. Regina King, Joe Torre. That's a guy. So Joe Torre, Regina King, Janet Jackson, and Tupac. Yeah. I didn't know this. The poems featured were written by Maya Angelou. Interesting. Interesting. Joshua Johnson. What's up, Josh? Say some cryptocurrency getting ready to explode. Starting 4th of July, hitting me up on IG for details. Well, just send me the info, bro. Let's see what you're talking about. Ray says the women at the barbecue. Tanya Franklin says her favorite is higher learning. What's up, Cliff Jackson Jr.? Real talk. Free. CM says he was a Spike Lee of the West Coast. See, I don't know about that. I say John Singleton was in a class by itself. John Singleton was the John Singleton of the West Coast. That's how I look at it. I never looked at Spike Lee like Spike Lee was bigger than John Singleton. Perhaps he was more mainstream or whatever, but as far as quality of work, you know, as far as a director, I never looked at John Singleton like he was less than Spike Lee. Yeah, so Mr. Cool Mill says he died from stress. So yeah, he had a stroke. And they're saying that stroke was brought on by his years of battling hypertension. And they said hypertension affects 40% of Black males. You know, let me make that clear. Let me make sure that they said Black males and not Black people. But I know 40% was in there. So yeah, males and women, yeah. More than 40% of African-American men and women have high blood pressure. That is a lot. That is a lot. And that's brought on by stress. A lot of that was brought on by stress. You know, that's why I don't play stress, man. I don't deal with that stress at all. Like, I get rid of it. I get rid of that stress. Anybody that I feel like has got negative energy, I get away from them as soon as possible. Oh man, I like to start running, get away from them. I don't care who it is. All that stuff about working on this and working on that. Hey, man, I ain't working on nothing. I'll invest, but I ain't working on it. I'll invest in a relationship, but I ain't working on no relationship. I already got a job. All that stress? No. No, I'm not doing that. If you want to argue, go outside. You know what I'm saying? You want to argue, go outside. When you come into this home, you come into this is your sanctuary. When you come into my home, it's your sanctuary. When you come into my home, if you're a guest, or if you live here, it goes without saying. But if you're a guest, you are welcome. You're protected inside of this house. Ain't no negative vibes, no energy. You good in here. So you come with that mess, you got to go fast. I don't do none of that arguing inside of my house. I do not argue inside of my house. None at all. I don't do no arguing inside of my house. None of that. I don't do no arguing. I don't do no dictating, no domineering, none of that type of stuff. I don't do none of that. Like, it's all love, it's all peace. And if I can't have peace, I own nothing. It ain't finna take me out. China, I appreciate you. Mia Evans says your home should be peaceful. Real talk. All these people be in their homes, they be fighting and arguing and walking around the house not speaking to each other. Ah, man, I ain't doing none of that. Oh, no. Man, the minute I feel like we didn't grew apart, the minute I feel like ain't no peace, the minute I feel like I don't want you anymore, I want another woman, I'm designing another woman, I'm gone. I'm gone. So you ain't got to worry about me cheating on you, because I'm going to catch out. That's too much, man. All that sneaking around and trying to go to the movie theater on the other side of town and walking into the restaurant and looking and make sure ain't nobody in there you recognize before the girl show up. Man, y'all can have all of that stuff, man. I'm good over here. Oh, man, it's peaceful over here. Yeah, Mr. Cool said when you fuss and fight, you bring demons in your house. Real talk. Man, I can't do it. I catch enough hell on the streets. You know, I catch enough hell on the streets. When I come home, I want some tender loving and peace. No one can take your place because you my ace. I dig your jealousy, boo, but sometimes I need my space to keep you laced. Like you won the lottery, see, but goddamn, I gotta be free. I gotta be free. And I want a woman that feels free. I don't want a woman that's afraid of me. You know, I don't want that type of woman. I don't want no woman afraid to be herself, not living her life, like not feeling free. Like, I don't want that type of woman. I want a woman to be the best version of herself. Yeah, man, I want a woman who is in touch with her femininity, and that's not afraid to express herself. Like, I can't do it. I can't do that other stuff. Yeah, I don't want to make a woman do nothing. I don't want to like rule no woman. I don't want to do none of that. We're going to have mutual respect, and that mutual respect, like after you with somebody for a certain amount of time, that person know you. They know what makes you tick. You know what makes them tick. You know how to push those buttons. So it has to be a mutual respect, and everything starts with respect. And if you respect one another, you know, you can be around each other. Think about the people that you respect. It's easy to be around people you respect. The people that you don't respect, it's always tension, right? But the people you respect, it's just always just love, and you feel wanted. You always feel accepted. You don't have to put on no show. You ain't walking around on eggshells, you know? So that's why when I go visit people, if I go visit somebody, I only visit people who get excited when I show up. If I come to somebody's house and they just blasé about it, like, yeah, whatever, you know, I don't go there. Demons are in that house. I don't go to those type of people's houses. You know, I go where where people love it when they see me, when they see me show up. That's the type of people homes that I go to. I don't visit those other type of people. I get away from them. Bad energy. Is this Gabina? Gabina says, I love being single and free. I truly love my own company. Yeah. Well, yeah, I personally, I can love being single and free, but I can also love being in a relationship, being committed in a committed relationship and free. See, the key word is free. Whether I'm by myself or I'm with somebody, I gotta be free. I don't want to walk into the house and be tiptoeing and all anxious about what you might say because I came in the house late or a little bit later than I thought I would, or a lot later. I don't want to be working and be feeling that I have to rush home because my woman gonna get all upset. You know, now she got to be understanding of who I am and, you know, what I do. And she got to just trust that if I'm out, I'm taking care of business. You know, I'm taking care of my business. And if I am doing something that I shouldn't be doing, then, you know, that'll catch up with me. That'll be my karma no matter what. Like, if I'm with a woman, it doesn't matter if she's overseas. It doesn't matter if she's overseas or whether I leave her at the house alone for a couple of hours. I don't worry about women cheating. I don't think about those type of things, because if she is, it'll manifest. Plus, you know, it's harder for a woman to cheat on somebody like me anyway, because I'm a public figure. And a dude gonna rat her out. She gonna get ratted out faster, a lot faster than she would somebody if I was just, you know, a dude that wasn't in the public eye. You know, if you're in the public eye and your woman cheating, oh, she gonna get ratted out. They gonna rat her out real fast, because that's just something that a person can't keep to themselves. Yeah, Misty Lindsay, sending love from Ohio. I'm sending love from H-Town, baby girl. One day, what up? Yeah, my owl says, don't worry about nothing you can't control. That's what I'm talking about. That's basically what it comes down to. You know, people stress themselves out and give themselves a hard time. They make life hard on themselves by trying to control things that they have no control over. That goes back to the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. the strength to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Get that prayer. You never heard it before. Look it up. It's called the Serenity Prayer. Look that prayer up. Get that prayer embedded in your DNA. If you can't remember it by heart, write it down on something and just walk with it every day to the point where it becomes like second nature, just automatically kick in anytime you have any type of little problem. You have a little issue or whatever, it just automatically kicks in. I've been rocking with that prayer since I was a teenager. And just understanding that prayer has got me through a whole lot of issues, a lot of issues. So I can tell you for a fact that that works. That's my favorite prayer, period, bar none. The Serenity Prayer. Corey says, enjoying, absolutely enjoying the grown folk conversation right now. Word. Queen Jet Black, you can do everything right and still have a stroke. That's true. But you can do everything wrong and have a stroke a lot faster. Increase your chances of having a stroke. So that's worth mentioning, because I hear a lot of people say stuff like that all the time. Like, if somebody died of cancer, like from smoking cigarettes or something, somebody say, well, you got to die of something. That's true. But why rush it? You know, like, you got to die of something. But I know people who have died trying to be trained. That person was going to die anyway of something. But I will take the risk in saying he rushed it by trying to beat the train. He brought a quick death upon himself. There are some things that you can do to rush death. We're gonna all die. But you can actually rush death by joining a gang. All you gotta do is look at the odds. Look at what happens to gang members. They go to jail, they get killed. They get killed, they go to jail. That's the life. Ain't no other life. That's it. Now, you can run around and rob some banks and sell some dope and have some sex and wear some nice clothes temporarily. You can do all that other stuff temporarily. But your ultimate fate is going to be death or prison if you're in a gang. So a lot of gang members get killed before they're 30. They rushed it. You know? you're gonna die anyway of something, but I can guarantee you, if you drank a 6-pack of Coca-Cola every day for 20 years, you are going to rush your death. You are going to die prematurely. So there are some things that you can do to rush your death. And I think people need to get used to that concept. So me knowing all of these things, I also know that if I'm healthy, you know, if I eat right, if I exercise, or I eat right most of the times, and I exercise at least sometimes, then I'm going to give myself a better chance at living a longer life, a longer, healthier life than I would if I didn't exercise at all and I just glutted and ate everything that I saw. Eat all this damn fried food and all this pork and beef, all this stuff, just stuffing, you know, can't turn down a cupcake. Eating all these potato chips and cookies, just all I'm eating, candy. that you can rush your death by doing that now. So people can't get, sometimes people get a false sense of security when they see somebody survive for, let's say, 90 years and they was a smoker. Well, my grandfather lived to be 100 years old, and he smoked every day. He smoked a pack of cigarettes a day. How many more people you know like that? Most people that smoke a pack of cigarettes a day ain't gonna see 90 years old, ain't gonna see 100 years old, ain't gonna see 80. So what does those odds say? What are the odds? That's what I want to know. Clifford Jackson, what up? Cliff said, I'm married with 6 kids. Thanks for the snippet verse for free. Bro, the ghetto boys teach truth to avoid pitfalls. Much love. Real talk, man. Real talk, Cliff. Preach that truth, teach that truth to avoid pitfalls. That's all I be trying to do, y'all. Be trying to give y'all some of my life lessons, and hopefully, it could help somebody. And along the way, y'all don't know, but I be listening to y'all too. I be reading y'all comments, man. And if I see something that can help me, I'm gonna apply it to my life. Because I just feel like as long as you're alive, you should be trying to grow. I don't think you can ever learn too much. My owl, what up? Appreciate you, homie. M.A. That's what it was at. M.A. owl. I don't know if that's, is it Ma? M.A. It's M.A. from Massachusetts. Houston 3rd with Louisiana Brooks. What up, y'all? What's up, Black Art RBG Power TV? Yeah, I see you. Christopher McElroy says, actually, it's Christopher McElroy says, I'm sick. I just binge watched Snowfall 2 months ago. Waiting in season 3. Damn, man, this is so unexpected. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, I saw John about a year ago and he didn't look well. And it's kind of hard to read John though, because he always kind of stoic. He always kind of like got a serious type look, unless of course somebody crack a good joke, he was cool with the joke, but he's always a dude that was pretty always thinking, So, but I did take note that he did look, something looked off, about his health when I last saw him in LA for his party. Yeah. So Queen Jet Black says John had leg pain and went to the hospital. I read on the internet and had a stroke. He did. He had a stroke at the hospital like 13 days ago, and he never came out. I'm gonna have to check out that, man. I'm gonna have to check that series out. Snowfall. China, send me an email and let me know what city and state you're in. Okay, so Bree giving us some information. Bree Powell says, I am detoxing my blood and intestines now with natural herbs. So I'm going to reverse all of that stuff. Could go into it, but it's a lot to type. Thanks for that information. That's going to help somebody tonight. Staten Island, MDNA, what up? What's up, Quentin J? Respect goes a long way. What's up, Ados, Sandra Lee? Simply Marvelous. What's up, Simply Marvelous? Marvelous, that's my mother's name. First name. Flawless Vic says, you never. Flawless Vic says, you're never free in a relationship, big bro. It just seems that way. I guess it's all perspective, man. I guess if you feel free, you're free. If you don't feel free, you're not free. Personally, I have to at least feel free. Maybe you see it, maybe seeing it from the outside, maybe I'm not free. But I gotta at least feel free. I cannot feel trapped. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it if I feel trapped. What's up, Chris Cash? Nurse V says, happiness begins with you. Some people are not happy being alone, but it's important to be happy being single. True, true, true. If you're not happy by yourself, please do not get into a relationship and bring that toxic energy to somebody else, because that's exactly what's going to happen. You have to learn how to love yourself and be alone. You have to learn how to live alone. Some people have never lived alone, and so they don't really know themselves and don't really know what really works for them. So they end up in and out of these relationships, just moving around. And some people have never been alone. Some people have never lived alone. I say you got to know who you are. You got to know, you got to live alone. You got to live alone. You got to get in touch with yourself. And once you figure out what it is, who you are, what makes you tick, what works for you, then if somebody can fit into that space, then cool. But if they can't, you know it ain't gonna work. So if it don't fit, don't force it. So that's why I am. Like, nobody can make me happy. No, there's no woman on earth who can make me happy. She can only make me happier. You see, because I don't even want to be in a relationship with a woman unless I got myself together first. I got to be good first. I got to be already happy before I get into the relationship. Otherwise, all being into it, first of all, take ownership of my own life and be able to manage my own life. So if I cannot manage my own life, if I'm unhappy and I'm not managing my own life well, if I add somebody to that, then all it's going to do is exacerbate the problem. It's just going to make things worse. So I got to be right first. I got to be happy first. And then I can go into a relationship because I know how to manage my life. A lot of people can't manage their own lives. And so they go jump into a relationship and then they go and end up making things worse for themselves and the other person. Raquel Perkins. Trust and understanding is everything because what's done in the dark will come to light. It always does. Patricia Jenkins, what's up, Trish? What's up, Trish? DJ Smash, R.I.P. John Singleton. John Singleton was working on hits all the way to his death. That lets you know he was born to do that. Matt Kelly Fun says, even with friendships, it can become toxic. Real talk. I don't do toxic friendships. I don't do it. I just don't do it. You know, it's I can't do it. Yes, I can't do it. It either work or it don't. We either cool or we ain't. All that trying to make it fit and trying to stick around somebody just because you've been knowing them since you was in the second grade, man, ain't none of that more important than my health. None of it. Big man, I love you, but I'm gonna have to love you from a distance. This might be a topic of discussion we need to get into on the family meeting. You know, maybe just get into relationships and how having the wrong person in your life can cause you stress and put you in bad situation. That toxic energy. Young Black Wall Street. John Singleton had a relationship with a lot of people. We are losing a lot of real ones. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of, think about it, movies. That's a lot of moving parts to make one project happen. Just look at all these movies, Poetic Justice. Think about all of the people that was in that movie, the stars that were in that movie, High Learning, Woo, Shaft, Baby Boy. That's a lot of people. Even if it was just one movie, that would be a lot. But I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then he got all of these episodes of Snowfall. That's a lot of people coming in contact with a lot of people. And not just celebrities. What about the staff? What about the crew? You got people that he worked with in post-production that nobody ever sees, pre-production, people that scout locations. What about the miscellaneous crew? People in the music department, the soundtrack, the archive footage. That's a lot of people. The Real King Ty, Trio 26, what up? Appreciate you. Augustus St. Troy, greetings from the planet of Detroit. What's up, Detroit? Glad y'all got that grant, man. Let me know if it's working. If they're getting that water any cleaner out there. So I think this is like worth repeating. Like John Singleton, he was nominated twice for an Academy Award for writing and producing. He put in some quality work. Put in a lot of quality work. If you're just not joining us, we've reached the end of the program, but we want to say RIP to John Singleton, a true luminary in the film industry. He put a lot of people on. A lot of people owe him a great debt of gratitude. John Singleton, RIP, bro. RIP. Whew, man. No more talk.